Hey everybody, today's newsletter is about immigration cases and why the heck they take so dang long. We often get people inquiring into our office about whether attorneys can speed up cases or even if they want to switch attorneys because their case isn't moving fast enough. So the first thing I want to say is that the truth is that there's only a few types of immigration cases in the employment realm that have something called premium processing. But the vast majority of immigration cases and deportation, family-based cases, humanitarian cases don't have a mechanism where you can pay more money for your case to move faster or file a special application for your case to move faster, for example. And hiring an attorney will often not make your pending case go faster unless there's something, wrong, or they have to get it unstuck or something like that. It is really important to hire a good attorney at the start of your case so that the strategy is done right, so you're not filing the wrong forms with the wrong agency, or filing them in the wrong order. We do see a lot of that at our office. But also attorneys who do this day in and day out, they know exactly what is required for each type of case in terms of the forms and the evidence and how to do the cover letter or the argument. Because what can happen if you have one teeny little error, either in the way that you fill out the form or in the type of evidence that you submit, that can result in a rejection of your application, which can take a few months. That can delay your case a few months. Or at the end of the day, it could result in a denial of your case, which obviously would delay things quite a bit. It can also result in something called a request for evidence. There's sort of 3 points along the way. There's the initial moment when your case is received in the mailroom and the people processing the mail can reject. And then there's the moment when a secondary review is done and what's called a request for evidence can get sent to you, and that can ask for more evidence. So your case has been received and accepted, but the RFE delays your case because then you wait to submit your evidence back in and have it re-reviewed. Or at the final decision point, something done incorrectly can result in a case denial, and then you would have to either start over or appeal depending on what happened. So it is highly important to start right from the beginning. But if it's done well and your case is pending for a long time, often there is not a lot that an attorney can do to speed it up. That doesn't mean you shouldn't consult or ask about it, but if your attorney is telling you your U visa case is going to take 4 years or 5 years, I'm sorry, I wish it would go faster, that they're telling you the truth. But if your attorney won't return your phone call, that's another story. So one thing I want to show you guys, this is just a sample receipt notice I printed out on the internet. Anytime you file a case with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, you're going to get a receipt notice like this, and it's going to contain a lot of useful information for you. First of all, it's going to have the customer service number along the bottom and the customer service website, which is where you can do, case inquiries or change your address. Of course, if you're our client, we'll do that stuff for you. But if you don't have a lawyer, this information is important. If you have a receipt number, you can go to USCIS case status and check your case status. It doesn't give you a lot of information. We often joke it's not like the Domino's pizza app where you know the moment that your pizza goes in the oven. They're not that communicative, but it can give you some peace of mind to know that your case is receipted. And often the information is posted a few days before you get the mail notices. It'll also tell you your priority date if that's relevant for your case, instructions about what happens next. That can be very useful, the type of application, and the processing center or the office that's processing your case. So if you want to go to check out the processing times on your case, you can go to USCIS processing times, and there's a drop down menu where you select the type of application that you have, which is here under case type, and then the office that's processing your case, which is on your receipt notice as well. And then it'll give you a range for how long your case is taking. And one thing I'll say is it can be rather shocking to see this range because it's the range, and they over promise, under promise, and over deliver. I actually don't even want to say that's true because I wouldn't say they over deliver. They post longer ranges than is the typical processing time. So for example, we'll see usually an adjustment of status in the San Antonio field office takes, between 9 and 12 months, but the posted processing time is 18 months. Okay, so often the posted processing time is almost double what we're seeing in practice. But one thing is that you can't submit a case status inquiry until your case is outside of posted processing times. So it does tell you how long you need to wait, and how long, is normal to wait. So often people are very panicked, and if your case is within the posted processing times, that's an indication that things are probably okay. One other key is not to compare your case to anybody else's, even if, mom and dad are filing for a green card and the kid is the petitioner and the cases were filed at the same time. We still regularly see very different processing times for people with similar cases who are filed at the same time that have no rhyme or reason. So just because your friend, your neighbor, your family member had one experience does not mean that your experience is going to be the same. I know how frustrating that is. It is not a well-run system. It is a very frustrating system to be caught in. But typically, unless there's something wrong with your case, there's not a way to get immigration to speed it up. You just have to wait the processing times. But if you are worried that something is wrong, reach out to us and we'll take a look. We do a lot of file reviews for people who want us to just check things out, and we'll tell you. We often tell our people, your attorney is a good attorney, your attorney is doing a good job, your case is pending, you don't need to hire us right now. We'll be honest with you about that. So I hope this helps. Hope y'all are having a great week. See you soon.